Good morning. Very good morning. Start.
Good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning, Agalya.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Ahalya, ma'am. I'm pursuing MBA final year, and I'm here to present my paper on customer intentions and usage patterns of online banking. My paper actually sees only online banking forum compared to all the banking platforms. Online banking forum is a latest forum that's been added to all the banking technologies. In this forum, I'm trying to find out what is the customer's intention and their usage patterns. As we know, online banking, a lot of people actually casually use internet today, which leads to a lot of expansion in customers for online banking. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, yes, very much.
Okay, ma'am.
Now Vinod Kumar is also
So
back.
I'll
You
okay,
proceed.
ma'am.
You
So
proceed.
I
Finish.
think it will be very important, and it's a crucial time for us to find out what is the customer intentions and how we can identify the customer needs and wants for the customers of today, and we can project it for the customers of tomorrow. In my research, I have studied a lot of literature regarding to customer intentions and usage patterns, and separately for online banking. I've combined all these to take a survey with actually 110 respondents. I have studied first their basic information to find out the sample composition, and then I've also studied their customers' intentions, why they opt for online banking, and their usages, how much time they use on online banking, and how much transactions, how proficient they are, and what is their need in online banking. All that I've studied in customer intentions. And when you see usage patterns, I've studied what is their frequently opted thing for in online banking, what they opt for, and what they do not use frequently. All these things I've studied in usage patterns. In my survey and analysis of my searches, I've just easily charted them out so that this will be actually a base research for many more future researchers to come. Each research part in mine can be taken up for further researchers can by extending the scope. In my research, I like to deliberate about the survey. The survey questionnaire actually consisted of basic information. In basic information, I have seen whether the respondents were male or female. In my research, 63% of them were males and 37 were female, 37% of sample population. And the education qualification, almost all of them were UG or PG graduates. They have studied undergraduate or graduate. Nothing below or nothing above. Then the occupation, all of them, almost 70 to 75% were salaried employees, and the rest of the population constituted of students and business people. These two students and business people, again, they also have computer proficiency, and salaried employees also have computer proficiency. So almost 100% of the population are proficient with internet, computers, and online banking. This was my sample population, and almost 90% had savings bank accounts. Those business people from the sample alone had current accounts, and they were using online banking technologies for these current accounts. Rest of them all had savings accounts. This was my sample population. And after that, in my survey, I've asked about customer intentions, why they opted for online banking. I have asked three options: ease of use, simpler and easier, and the last one was availability of internet. Everybody, none of them answered availability of internet, because availability of internet and online banking technologies are relatively very old. It's there from many years. But usage of use and the simpler customer friendly online forum is what actually attracted the customers to opt for online banking. When you consider all the salaried employees or business people, they have a lot of day-to-day work. They are not able to go to the bank and do each and every simple work in banks by going there, by spending time. So online banking actually gives them easier usage. They're easy to use, and they're also simpler. They reduce time. That is why they opt for online banking. So from this, what I found out is the more and more customer friendly online banking forum is, the more and more it will attract a customer to opt for online banking. When a simple transaction, if a customer is worried or scared about what will happen if I use it, and will it lead to some other repercussions, then they will not opt for online banking. They will feel it will be better for them to go in person and do it. Instead, the customer friendly forums is what is actually attracting them towards online banking. That is the main intention a customer looks for. And I've also, in customer intentions part, I've also studied how proficient they are with online internets and everything. I've For this study, I have asked them a question like how much time they spend in online every day. Almost 70 to 75% of them, they spend 1 to 5 hours for online for their personal usage every day. That is online time. And banking time, online banking time, when you see, they use it usually less than an hour. And each time they go, they do only one transaction. Just for one transaction, they go there, they do it on online, and they come back. They do not go in for bulk transactions. But if on a monthly basis, if you see, they do from 5 to 10 transactions. This is the average information that I studied from my samples. For a month, they do 5 to 10 transactions on an average, but each time they go in, they do one transaction and come out, it is less than 1 hour. The customer's main intention again is they go in for a transaction, they want to complete it the time, the reduced time, and they want to come out. They do not want to spend time there, or they do not want to check other things. They just go in for a option, they do it, and they come back. This is the main findings and from my survey for customer intention. Again, in usage patterns, I have given them all the options that are available in an online banking forum. For example, I've given them share trading, I've given them FD and RD investments, I've given them mutual fund transactions, simpler fund transfers, simpler bill payments, all these things I've given them, and I've checked out of my 110 respondents what and all they use, what is their usage in each and everything. If you see, the highest is for bill payments. Around 70% of my respondents use online banking for bill payments. And after that, the next best thing is online fund transfers. More than 50% of them, they use online fund transfers. This is the main reason they go in for online, and they do it. Only this they do it. The least, if you check, it is all investment options. For online, in online banking, they do not mostly opt for investment options like premium payments, mutual fund transactions, share trading, FD and RD. They do not opt online for this. Again, since this was the least, I again tried to break it down. I tried to ask people, if you are trading shares, do you do it online or offline? If you do mutual fund investments, do you do it online or offline? In this, I found one thing: share trading is completely done online. The percentage of people who said they were trading shares, they all did it online. But if you take premium payments like LIC premium payments or other mutual fund premium payments, this was where a considerable amount of people, like 30% of people, who actually the 100% who did premium payments and mutual fund, out of these 30% of the people do it offline. That was a very considerable amount. FD and RD also, there was half and half. People did it both online and offline, but more amount of them did it online. It was only these premium payments that people opted for offline percentage more than the online. I think that my finding is that this is because there are agents available, LIC agents, mutual fund agents. They actually encourage them to go offline rather than online. They feel there is a personal touch with these agents. They have a friendly movement with these people, that they go in and they do it offline instead of online. This was what I did it in my survey. And in conclusion, in my survey, it was found out that the intention of the customer is easy usage. They want to have an ease of usage in online banking for them. And mostly they use bill payments and fund transfers. This is why they use online banking now. And if you want to expand the tomorrow's customer base, the banks have to do two things. The first thing is retain their original base. This is by making customer fund, fund transfers and bill payments more easier. And the second thing is to attract new customers. This will be done by making investment decisions and investment options easier. This mutual fund payments, premium payments, and FD and RD, all these investment plans can be done even easier, and it can be even more given to the customers so that to expand the new market. This is what I've concluded from my paper, ma'am.
Thank you, Agalya. And Meena Kumari?
This is my research.
Okay, I extend my warm welcome to Dr. Meena Kumari. Usually presentation, it starts after the welcoming, but this virtual platform, I think we can break all the protocols due to some delay. I now kindly let me welcome Meena Kumari, Dr. Meena Kumari of Anna University MBA department, and her profile is really impressive and highly rich profile, and she has already guided 2 scholars, and even five more scholars are in the process, and more than 25 papers she has published in international and national journals, and she has also convened a lot of conferences, and she is heading almost all the centers in Anna University, I believe, because it is a long list. To mention a few, it is AICTE, IQAC, which are NIRF. These are all very important areas which decide the quality of any institution, and I'm very happy to see Dr. Meena Kumari as the coordinator of all those important centers, and she has 19 years of academic experience, previously with Ishwarya and Meenakshi Engineering College, and now presently she is also heading the distant education, which is one of the most important route of education for many working class. So that way it is really, I feel really happy to see Dr. Meenakshi. That's what her profile says. But beyond all that, I'm really proud to say that Meena Kumari is also a student of Fatima College, where I was working for nearly 20 years. So very happy to meet you here, Meena Kumari. And now over to Meena Kumari. You can also, consolidate what she was presenting for 5 minutes, and then we'll wind up. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. And also, Agalya, your presentation was really good, and you have covered almost all the important points. And of course, I do have 1 or 2 questions, maybe after consolidation. And okay. Thank you. Over to Meena. Meena Kumari, your audio, I think you should adjust. Audio. No. Agalya, is it audible?
No, ma'am, it's not audible.
No. No, not audible. Agalya was audible.
Not audible,
Am I audible to you? I think she was able to hear what I was. Here everything is okay. Maybe you'll have to remove the headphone and speak.
I have put, okay.
Yes, now it is okay. Yeah.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear?
Yeah. It is audible. Are you able to hear?
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the warm welcome, ma'am. And I'm very happy to say that I'm a student of Uma, madam. I've been learning under her guidance for a long time, and I'm very happy to keep in touch with you throughout these years, ma'am. And then regarding the presentation of Ahalya, so she was talking about the intentions of customer towards banking, online banking, and the usage pattern of online banking. She was dealing it with clearly. she took up some variables, and during this pandemic period, the topic seems to be very appropriate, talking about online, usage of online services in, especially in banking sector, which is one of the growing sector in India. So I have few questions to pose to Ahalya. Few questions. So now, Ahalya, can you just tell me how your who will benefit from your research? Who will be appropriate audience for the research you carried out? Ahalya, can you just answer this question?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, in my research, I have given a suggestion to online banking platforms. What is online banking platform today, and what is it doing to today's customers, and how can they expand it to their future customers? So in today's customers, I've said what the today's customers want and needs are, and this I can project it to the future customers. This is why I've said investment decisions is very low, and they can use it to expand the future customers. And today the customers are mainly expecting the ease of usage. So this is mainly the people whom I'm giving this research to or suggesting is for the online banking forums. They can take this research and take the conclusions of this research to understand the customer's needs and wants and project it for the future use. This is basic. I'm giving the research for them. The benefiters out of this research is direct benefiters is online banking forums. They can expand their customer base, and indirect benefiters from my research is the users of online banking. If this is taken and if this is actually done, then indirectly they'll be used. They'll be their needs and wants will be satisfied, ma'am.
Okay. Now, when you talked about usage pattern of online banking, now what are the difficulties faced by today's customer when they are using online banking? Almost everybody is using online banking. Now, can you just, based on your research, can you tell me what are the difficulties online banking poses to the customers?
The difficulties or disadvantages is sometimes. Yes, ma'am. The customers sometimes they feel the conventional method is easier. There's a thing they will not change from the conventional to the modern method. That is because they are scared or worried about what will happen in online banking. We see a lot of online banking frauds, and due to this OTP, this OTP comes and people call and ask us, give me a OTP. All these frauds is where they are actually scared. Some people, they may think conventionally going to a branch office, even though it takes time, I'd be in person and I'm sure the money is safe. That is what some people feel. And this security is what an online banking system has to provide to the customers. This is one of the major difficulty. All this online banking frauds and hacking and getting the banking passwords. These are the difficulties. The security is a major difficulty. And the other one is the not customer friendly online banking forums. So a first time user finds it difficult to come into an online banking platform and see it as easier and simpler way. It takes time for them to actually adapt to an online banking forum. There are two difficulties. One is online banking fraud systems, and the second one is non-customer friendly online banking forums. This is why people are finding it difficult to switch to online banking or to stay in online banking. They feel a personal touch will be even more better than the online banking forums.
Okay, how did you select samples for doing your survey? You did a survey method to find out about the usage pattern and intentions for online banking. How did you choose your sample? What technique you have used to choose a sample, and what mode you did for what is your data collection instrument? Did you use online platform as a medium for data collection? Can you just expand on your methodology? Explain your methodology.
My methodology.
Yes, proceed.
Yes, ma'am. My methodology for this research was just a descriptive analysis. I did a basic descriptive analysis of sample composition and their responses. To select my sample, the one thing that it was not a random sampling, but I would say it was convenient sampling. Major thing is I wanted people who were proficient with computers and internet. So in that notion, I tried to select the samples who uses computer every day, and they had a computer knowledge. I didn't want to include people who didn't even know what is computer, and who didn't even had the knowledge of online banking existence. So I checked in people who are basically using computer every day and how much time they are spending to use it for online banking process and what is their need. This is because I am projecting it on the future customer base. We all know that in future the use increase day by day. The technology is keeping on increasing, and it is going to all the far and nook and corners of the country. So I wanted to expand it, project it for the future. So I took a convenience sampling, and I found that people who are proficient with computers thought that in future this population will be more in the actual population. This my sample population will be an actual projection of the actual population in future, and not very far future, in near future. That's why I chose this kind of sampling method, and I chose a survey technique because it is more or less an easier way of finding out what is their exact method. I didn't try to analyze it in other softwares. I just did a basic sample, keeping in mind this is a base research, and a lot of researches can be done from this research. It's just a primitive one. So I did a basic analysis, descriptive analysis, and I used Google Forms to give out the survey questionnaire, and I collected response through Google Forms, ma'am. This is my methodology for this research.
Now, based on your research, can you tell me how the research can be extended in future? Same research, if you want to extend in future,
Yes,
what are the future directions for your research? What are the future
Yes,
directions for your research?
this is just a projection on future. Yes, ma'am. This is just a projection for the future. This is a very primitive research. Actually, I've taken both customer intentions and usage patterns. Customer intentions itself is a very big topic, and usage patterns itself is a very big topic. In usage patterns, I've given a lot of options like bill payments, fund transfers, and investment decisions. This is the major, but I had given so many choices in between. In this major, investment decisions is very low, and fund transfers is very high. Each scope, fund transfer is alone a different scope, investment decisions is alone a different scope. I've just broken down a very little, and I've just given a primitive way. I tried to cover all the parts to give them an overall view. Each and everything is a different scope, and everything can be again taken in, and a deeper research can be conducted. This is how this project can be taken as a primitive research, and a lot of researches can be done based on this, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am?
Okay, I think what I wanted to ask, she is already covered in her answer, so we can wind up with this. Thank you so much for joining us, Agalya. And we do have another presentation from 11:30 to 12:15 and 12:15 to 1 o'clock from Thailand team. You can also join us if you are free, or you can make it convenient to join. That is always better. So thank you so much for joining. Meena Kumari, I sent the ID to your.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I'll join now, ma'am.
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.